All right,
That person will never make the games. Oh, we're live?
Yeah, we're live. We're live. That's right. All right, guys. We are done with semifinals. Alyssa, let's go. George, can't wait to see what random person Tyler has on
Alexis
the
Raptist. We already know what random person.
It's all training think tank athletes. That's the preview. All right, so we're going to go through how we did on our European picks. Let me just say, I think we all did fairly trash. I mean, it was bad, but some of us more so than others. Before we do that,
it was hard to not do trash when all the guys drop out of the competition.
That's fair. You can't count the withdrawals.
Yeah.
So before we go into that, it's something I've been thinking about for the last couple of days. I wasn't sure how to best bring it up, but I think CrossFit has abandoned the worldwide rankings. So
wait, is this like a conspiracy theory?
No, so we had all this build up for it. We're going to do worldwide rankings. We're going to update it as things go. And
time out, Brian. I do think your room mic is on. I don't think you're coming from your I don't think you're coming from your actual mic.
Let's see. Here, give me a second. It was working earlier.
Thanks, Travis. It sounds like a room mic. It could just be the way, like the structure you have on it.
Yeah. No, it's coming in through the.
Okay, that's fine.
Sound different
Continue
now?
The worldwide rankings.
Yeah, sorry. Anyway.
So they came in and we're like, this is a big deal. We're going to publish this all the time. Here's everything. Day after quarterfinals were done, we got worldwide rankings. It's been quiet since then. We've had no updates. The worldwide rankings were based off of what the smaller 30-person fields, right? And they said they were going to give us new scoring tables for worldwide rankings for semifinals based on the number of qualifying spots. It's never happened, right? And so you go through here and there's nothing. It's quarterfinals. They've not updated. It's been 3 days since. How do you have a legitimate worldwide ranking when you don't tell the athletes how many points are actually going to be available before the competition starts?
Alyssa, we have a small team.
100%. I mean,
it just got smaller too. When
Right.
worldwide rankings came out, it was 20% larger.
I mean, am I crazy? Like, how do you have a legitimate worldwide ranking system, and you're going to retroactively tell people how many points you get? Like, it doesn't make any sense.
Have you calculated it? No, you can't because you don't have the.
We don't know what's designated to what region because it can't be ranked the same as North America West or something.
Yeah, because everything was based off of giving 5 spots out to all of the big regions based on a 30 athlete field. So now we have a 60 athlete field. We have between 9 and 12 in each of these, and there's nothing.
Which, I mean, so I'm going to do a little spoilers here. Brian knows because Brian's been helping me develop the new app. So this one's actually an app. Brian can confirm the fantasy app, right? We've dumped the old one, John. I know I haven't told you yet. But anyway.
I was assuming you were doing something. You said stop using it. So
we have worldwide rankings built into it. When you draft, right? Or when you go to make your picks, Brian, the worldwide rankings are there and Be Friendly fitness rankings are there. So anytime, and we'll probably put in like yours,
I feel like
John.
we need a JY ranking.
But the problem, it is an actual app.
Yep, you'll be able to download it.
You and Spin or you and Friend?
What do you mean?
You said me and Brian has been working on the app.
Brian's been helping. Brian's been giving me feedback. But anyway, so we have that built in, and it's like we have to run there's so many contingency plans we have to have for when CrossFit like delays something, or they change an event, or somebody drops out. And it's just like, this is another inconsistency we have to watch for. I would love to build this in. Do I think it's useless? Yes. I immediately went to Brian Friend's picks and drafted off of his, but it's like, it's still a different view. It's still pushing their thing. And I want to be able to do that. And here we go. Now we can't. So,
yeah, I mean, we had semifinals. It's the perfect time to say that, number one ranked female in the world, or what, like, at least use it, reference it. It's been silent since the day after quarterfinal scores were finalized and they calculated how many people were going to the games from each semifinal.
I personally think, like how Brian did with the top 100, instead of having a worldwide ranking, just limiting it to 100. I think they wanted it to be inclusive. So like, somebody like me could see their name on the board and I'm 900th place in the world, but that stuff doesn't matter. Like, I think you should have a top 100 ranking but maybe have 3 different people culminate on that ranking, where it's not just Brian's ranking, because his and mine might differ. Then Tyler's Z-score thing might differ. But like the three different heads that think a little differently all culminate to make 100 ranking. All 3 of us have to make the decision to take somebody out or put somebody in, and it's just continuously running. It's always on either the app or a website. Just one top 100 ranking, and it has multiple people that decide on this is the definitive ranking in the world, and it's accepted. It's accepted as that. It's not just the app, or like everybody in CrossFit needs to reference that as this is the end all be all where people stack up in the world. And if you have 3 people culminate on it, like, you can't, I don't think you can go wrong with that. You know what I mean?
Even if you wanted to do it numerically, there's better ways to do it than it's so complex the way they have it calculated. And it's like, it doesn't have to be that way. Like, I have stats that I run in the background all the time and they auto update. I don't have to do anything. They are worldwide rankings.
But anyway, regardless of what you do, like, this is the first year you're trying to get people on board, and you don't even
deliver.
You can't deliver and give people, here's how many points you're going to get based off of what place you finish in out of a 60 athlete field, and then calculate what your worldwide ranking is going into the games.
That's why I don't think you can leave it to CrossFit or a calculator. I feel like you have to have multiple people who have pulses on it, because that way when freaking, Saxon withdraws, or Brooke doesn't make it for so-and-so reason, or so-and-so has the slow runner, or, whatever, like, that needs to be people making the decisions on who's ranking what, not the calculator, right? Or headquarters. We know headquarters can't make anything right. So,
you can use a calculator to say, like, overall, not knowing any workout. Like, John, I think that's what you're really great at, is in context with workouts that we have. I think this is how the athletes will go. I think without that, of just saying, like, hey, generally these athletes are in about this stacked up.
Tier.
I think you can do that numerically with, like, in a computer without all that. But I agree that, like, no algorithm I've ever created has ever matched you or Brian, your picks. It just doesn't happen.
And Lord knows you've run every algorithm you can think of.
Yeah.
You know what I mean, though?
Right.
And I think somebody like you or whoever, Halpin, you, whatever math guy you want to use, needs to be a part of the board that makes the ranking. But, it has different opinions too. You know what I mean? Like, it needs one of kind of everybody's mind. And then if everybody agrees on it, like exactly what Wad Zombie's saying, you can make it like college football, the top 25, if it's respected as such. If we can make it as such in CrossFit headquarters, they have Sean Woodland saying this person is, they respect whatever the order is.
That's actually a really cool idea.
It's not just 4 different or 3 different, like, companies. It's not Talking Elite Fitness having theirs. It's not us having ours. But, like, you have a board. They make the top 100. This is what it is. All of us have to agree on it before it's posted. We update it every month.
I like it.
It would be interesting to
people get hurt, they get out of it. That's why you update it every month.
Top 25 being a poll in college football, we could actually do this to where like we lend it out to the fans. It's like, who do you think is better? And actually have them
You
rank
could have
them
a
on a
fan
poll.
poll and then an
Yeah.
expert poll.
Yeah, that'd
And
be
you
cool.
can see what's different, just like how they have the coaches poll, and then what the the actual for real
poll.
stats. Yeah.
Yeah. I like
My
it.
thing on this is like, I've always wanted to know who's like, what seat is taking care of that, who actually is running all that stuff. Like, I know a few people in the background there, but I don't know that it's in any one of their chairs. And so it's
Right.
like, and
Nobody's
then,
doing it right now.
right. Then the other thing was like, this was supposed to be kind of what me, Barkley, like what we're trying to do with stats of like, hey, or like what we did in lawn chair, where it was like, this person is the most picked person for this event. Those stats were supposed to be used for something like this. And you haven't heard them during the season. Like, I can't remember one time that I was like, oh, that's cool. Because number one, because they're useless anyway. And number two, we don't really know what they mean.
Right. Yeah. I mean, Alyssa, that'd be fun to participate in as a fan. So
And listen, if you go further, freaking wild time. I love comparing it to college football because like if you have a freaking, I don't want to use, we can use Fit Wars. I know it hasn't really taken off, but if it were to take off, a number 1 seed has never been beaten by a 24th seed, and then Colton Mertens comes in with that 24th seed and beats Justin Medeiros.
Cinderella story.
You know what I mean? Like you could have that stuff. And honestly, it would be really fun for that to be applicable in the off season. Like when it's dead because you can do Fit War. I think that the best time to do Fit Wars is when it's dead. You know, athletes don't I think would have fun going at it randomly with somebody else. They don't know their opponent till the day up. Right. But again, I think that only works if it is accepted by everybody, and I don't know how you do that. But I do think that's the best way to go about having a worldwide ranking. I think it can be made. But it's easier said than done to put it into practice. If it ever put into practice, I think it'd be freaking awesome. I really do.
Yeah. So speaking of Fit Wars, if you guys saw today, he posted.
It's coming.
With the semifinals over, the hunt for the next 2 Fit Wars challengers begins. So go over to Wad Zombie and Fit Wars and comment on who you want to go see compete. I like to see Hiller and Danny, Savon, and make Wad's great again. Be an interesting one. Fusilier.
It's not that it hasn't taken
Jacqueline
off,
Dahlstrom.
John.
Just hasn't.
We've had one episode and haven't had anything else.
Well, it was towards the end of the off season right there too, and so I think that was like the tester, and then it's like, okay, we can start scaling this up. It was just our test, so it'll get there.
Yeah,
I wanted to. It's just observation point of view.
Yeah,
I'm not a part of it, right? So
yeah.
All right, so
me and you can do the undercard. How about that?
I think me and Hiller would be interested in something. You can't do ring muscle ups. You can't do max squat clean. You can't do something one of us gonna kill the other at. Okay, it's gotta be a little bit. We gotta make it somewhat fair.
Yeah.
But his roided up self is probably about my fitness level now. He used to be a lot fitter, but that trim balloon takes a little out of your fitness. So I think we'd be close.
Yeah, so I thought that was interesting that we were days after the semifinals, they've just kind of dropped the ball on it. That's just another one of those things where CrossFit has yet to follow through and show that they are trying to advance the sport forward.